So, my name is Roman, and this is my first video on YouTube. In this video, I will be telling you a spooky, scary story that actually happened to me 1.5 years ago. So, my parents decided to buy this one house in California, and they had to fix it up first. They were in a big hurry to paint over all the walls, fix all the carpets, and fix all the little holes because of the paintings that were removed. And so, particularly, there's one big hole on the first floor that was fixed with wooden planks. And my parents were in such a hurry they couldn't look what's behind it. So they just fix it up and paint over it and just forget about it. Now, remember that part because it will be important later in the story. So, this one time I was watching a movie with my dogs downstairs and I'm home alone, and I would start hearing this big ass footsteps right above me in my parents' room. Now remember, this is a 2-story house, and those heavy ass footsteps that I heard were in my parents' room. So I look up like, what the heck is going up there? I stopped the movie and I'm like, I still hear this and I'm like, my parents are messing with me. They're trying to scare me or something. So suspicious me comes up there and I'm like, parents, y'all can come out now. This is not funny anymore. And so I checked the actual it was a master bedroom, my parents' room. I checked the bathroom and the bedroom and the closets and everything. Nobody was in that room, and I'm like, that's strange. Um, and so I thought it was like squirrels in the walls because the walls were very thick, and I'm like, probably it's an old house. There just might be squirrels running around in the walls. And I'm like, doesn't matter. So I continue watching back the movie. My parents came back home. I didn't tell them the story. I don't know why, because I didn't thought it was anything important. After that, couple of weeks later, I was talking to my neighbors once, and I'm mentioning my house. I'm like, hey, do you know anything weird about my house? Do you know any history before I moved in my house? Anything happened strange? And my neighbors were like, yes, there is. And I'm like, what is it? And they're like, well, we called the police once because we heard a shotgun sound right up there, right up there, and they're pointing at my parents' bedroom, and I'm like, oh my god, this all comes together. Somebody was killed in that room, and that's why I heard the footsteps. And I'm like, was somebody killed there? They'd be like, I don't know. It was enclosed information, and we could not know if somebody was killed in that room or not. And I'm like, okay, thanks for everything. And then I went back and told my parents. They'd be like, they didn't tell me anything. They'd be like, and then 1.5 year later, when we move off the, my gosh, when we move out of the house, my parents I have to tell you something, Roman. And I'm like, what is it? And I'm like, that house was haunted. And I'm like, no, duh. I heard footsteps in your room. They'd be like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I heard footsteps in your room when I was home alone. And they'd be like, yep, that house is haunted. And I'm like, why didn't you just confirm that when I was living there? And I'm like, and they'd be just like, because you live in the room and you wouldn't sleep at night. And I'm like, true. So after we moved out of the house, we moved to Florida, and we basically forgot about it. So this is probably one of the first times the story was brought up, and the owners of the house now that we sold it to never called us or mentioned anything. So I guess the house is fine. But yeah, if you have a house and you have a hole that was fixed with wooden planks, check behind it because you don't know what you might find. Until next time.